Right, I got a bit carried away with this one, but here it is. Uh, I think in the last video I explained that I have a light set up on a battery pack, and I was going to get them working on the receiver, or from the radio, through the Beier unit. And I was on track to do all that until last Friday, when I encountered the most bizarre electrical issue I've ever encountered, and I had to take the truck apart in order to solve it. So what it was, you see those two there, they're three chamber lights, they're Carson ones, and you see those two are different. Now the reason is that the backings of these, I've got them in a bag over here, are aluminium. Those little circle things there. And what I failed to remember and completely just escaped my memory was, of course, aluminium conducts electricity. So the SMDs that are inside there, on those two, it was short-circuiting. Because when I turned the left indicator on, the brake light started flashing as well, and I couldn't figure out why. It was driving me nuts. I had to take the truck apart to figure that out in the end. It took me about 4 hours to diagnose it. Constant swearing. I almost threw a truck through a window, but we got there in the end. And I messaged AJD Truck Parts at 11:30, asking if he had any plastic ones, thinking I wouldn't get a response until like Monday or Saturday. He responded 10 minutes later to say, yeah, I've got some. So he sent me 4, and I got 2 in there, and then I haven't put the other 2 in because so far that lot works perfectly, and I can't be bothered to touch it. If I touch those again anytime soon, I'm going to throw the truck through a window. So those are my bags of spares. As you see, I've got the plastic ones are there. They don't come with holes drilled, I drilled them, and then the metal ones are there. Now, yes, the Carson ones I think do look nicer when they're lit up, but those were so simple to put in. That lot, those Carson ones are horrendously annoying. They're overpriced, fragile, and then they conduct electricity, which is just irritating. But other than that, once I got over that, I couldn't really stop building this thing. So I got 2 beacons on the top now, which if I hit the switch, you can see 4 sequences, I think. Yeah. And then I thought, you know what? I wasn't going to wire the cab up, but then I've realised, because the reason I didn't want to do it is because I thought I had to finish the interior first so I can get everything in place and then run the wires around all the objects inside. But then I realised I don't need to do that, because you cannot see the back of the cab because of the mural. So there's this gap in between. So what I've done is I drilled a hole in the top of the cab and ran all the wires down the back, and they go back down into a hole at the bottom, and they actually go into a little junction box under there. You see the ribbon cable, and everything plugs into that. So just gotta, it doesn't quite close properly, but it's all right, because this is all just to get it ready for Sunday, because Sunday is the West Country RC Truckers December meeting, which is going to be quite a big one, and they're doing some judging, so you never know, I might win something. You never, just, give me a nice little target to aim for. So I've wired it all up, so if I turn my lights on, they look quite nice. So you've got my name at the top there, Michelin Man, Kerno, the visor, the 4 at the top, and then under the mirrors, and they're on a little wire that goes through there. Now, obviously the interior isn't finished, still got to finish that. The good thing about all of the cab is none of it's soldered, it's all just, you push these buttons on that little junction box and you push the wire in, then when you release the button it sort of holds the wire in there. So I can just undo all this to get the interior out. I've got to paint the dash and the floor, the seats, the rear V8 board, the lockers up there, and I've also got to make panels that go above the dash and up there, because at the minute you can just see all the wires. But obviously I'll cover all that up. I put some stuff on, so I got the flags from Tiny Tenants, or Tenants Tiny Treasures, and I got the magazine with the truck on it. My granddad's registration plate's back on. Yeah, he used that plate at work, so wherever this truck goes, he goes. So that's cool. And then in the glove box I put something a little bit, I don't know whether to say cheeky or what, but I can open the glove box up. Oh, so that stays in there. If I start the engine a minute, if I can remember how on camera, I think it was that one. Sounds quite nice. And then I got more lights. And I flashed the spotlights. Turn the beacons on. Turn the hazards on. So I got side repeater. See them up there? So, and on the back you can just see the reflection. It's a bit of a, the truck's too big to get in camera. But yeah, it's a cool looking thing. I'll turn that off. I've also got the tag lift working the same as a T-cab, so it goes. So yeah, it's just, I basically took the config file for the T-cab and copied it, and then just changed some of the sounds. The controls are the same, which is good for me because I know how to drive it, and it's just a different noise. I've also got, Christ, I can't remember how. Is it that one? Quite beefy air horns on it. All sounds I took from a YouTube video and then just put them on. So yeah, that's the truck. That's what it's going to be like for Sunday, and then I'll probably leave it alone for a bit because it was starting to get a little bit annoying. Oh, that bank of lights have stopped working. That's annoying. There's a little loose connection in there somewhere. There we go. Oh no, never mind. I'll have to fix that in a minute. Come on. There we go. So yeah, there's little things like that here and there, but yeah, it'll be alright for Sunday, and then I'll just continue tinkering with it. Got the inside to do still, and bits and bobs. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. It's coming out to be quite a nice truck. It's very different from my other ones. Love that painting. But yeah, anyway, that's it. That's the update, and I'll make another video whenever I do something else to it. No, I don't know when. I am going to get all the trucks together again nearer Christmas, my 4 and Dad's, and get them all lined up. I just like doing that now each December, because he brought his truck a year ago this month actually. So yeah, it's 12 months ago he's had his truck, which is pretty insane. So I'll get all of them lined up in his back utility room. That's the only place I know it's big enough. It might not even be big enough actually, because I didn't have the S last year, so... But yeah, that's the truck. If you don't see it before, well, you might see it before then. If not, you'll see it in that lineup video I'll do. I'll turn the lights off. So, here it is. I love Beier units, they're great. You just got to be quite good with computers, that's the only snag. But, yeah. There you are. That's it. So I'll see you in the next one. Cheers for watching.